So why I chose this domain and subject in the first place? I am in the agri-tech. I am in agriculture sector for last 7 years, and specifically for the organic farming or the natural farming domain. And I was searching for principles of doing natural farming and organic farming. Okay, because many individual heroes, warriors were doing hit and trial and developing their own methods, set of principle. But as India is a large country, it has means more than 20 plus agroclimatic zones. So technique of Maharashtra may not work in Jharkhand. Technique of Jharkhand may not work in Uttar Pradesh. Okay. So agriculture is very much geo-specific. Okay. You can't have one fits for all method. Okay. So Ayurveda is a kind of a decentralized model or a kind of a customized model. Actual Ayurvedic procedure goes with checking with the Nadi Parikshan. Okay. Then after Nadi Parikshan, you are given medicine or the tips for your healthcare. So Vrikshayurveda is similar in essence, like whatever, wherever your farm is, you are studying soil, you are studying microclimate, you are studying Vat Pitta Kapha of your region, and then implementing methods and biofertilizers and biopesticides. Okay, so the foundation of all these experiments lie in Vrikshayurveda concept. People ridicule also, like whenever West do some discovery, then you people immediately claim that it is already written in Vedas. So why not you are the first to do the experiment, to conclude it and present in front of the world? Okay. So Vrikshayurveda is something that is still not discovered by the West in full-fledged manner. And it can actually solve the problem of malnutrition, food security, and all the issues that are coming out of chemical industrial agriculture. Thank you so much, Atulji. So, and thank you, audience, for showing interest on the subject, Vrikshayurveda. So many confuse this word, like we are talking about some herbs, some Ayurvedic principle through medicinal plants or trees. Okay. So let me first define this subject, what this subject is. So as Ayurveda is based on Tridosha framework, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, three variables. Okay. Triad. And actually, our evolutionary process tells us like we all are made up of Panch Mahabhuta. So five variables. So dealing with five variables will be always tougher than dealing with two or three variables. So Vat, Pit, Kaph is technically the combinations of those Panch Mahabhuta in pair. Like Kapha dosha is technically Prithvi Tattva and Jal Tattva. Okay. Vat is Vayu Tattva and Akash Tattva. And is Agni Tattva plus Jal Tattva. So Vat Pit Kaph is not some mysterious thing, but actually the pair of two out of five Panch Mahabhuta. And we are not just made up of Panch Mahabhuta. So Vat Pitta Kaph can also be in the surrounding, in the plants, in the trees, or in even in the animals. So if Ayurveda is not a kind of a pseudoscience thing, if its foundational principles are very robust, then Ayurveda can be also used for taking health care of plants and animals also. So Ayurveda for the plants, not from the plants. This is Vrikshayurveda. And Ayurveda for the animals. This is Pasu Ayurveda. Okay. So this book technically deconstruct the principle of Ayurveda. So how so later in the later stages we can understand those principles and we can talk about plants, plant health, harvesting, crop cycle, production, pest management, okay, nutrient management, everything. Okay, so we are not talking about any human healthcare, but healthcare of the plant itself. Okay, so this is the subject, kind of a complete subject, almost 1,000 years ago by Vaidya Surpala. Okay, this word is there in Brihat Samhita by Varahamihir. Okay, or in other texts, Krishi Parashar is there. So initially, people thought this is a kind of a concept, not a kind of a complete domain or a subject, so that we can delve into it and study on it. Okay, it's just a concept kind of thing. But while Nenesa brought the manuscript from Bodleian Library, UK, United Kingdom, okay, in 90s, he brought it to India and then translated into Sanskrit and Hindi and English. Okay. So Vaidya Surpala is credited with the uh, subject Vrikshayurveda, although this subject is known by many people. So why I chose this domain and subject in the first place? I am in the agri-tech. I am in agriculture sector for last 7 years, and specifically for the organic farming or the natural farming domain. And I was searching for principles of doing natural farming and organic farming. Okay, because many individual heroes, warriors were doing heat and trial and developing their own methods, set of principle. But as India is a large country, it has means more than 20 plus agroclimatic zones. So technique of Maharashtra may not work in Jharkhand. Technique of Jharkhand may not work in Uttar Pradesh. Okay. So agriculture is very much geo-specific. Okay. You can't have one fits for all method. Okay. So Ayurveda is a kind of a decentralized model or a kind of a customized model. Okay. Actual Ayurvedic procedure goes with checking with the Nadi Parikshan. Okay. Then after Nadi Parikshan, you are given medicine or the tips for your healthcare. So Vrikshayurveda is similar in essence, like whatever, wherever your farm is, you are studying soil, you are studying microclimate, you are studying Vat Pitta Kapha of your region, and then implementing methods and biofertilizers and biopesticides. Okay. So the foundation of all these experiments lie in Vrikshayurveda concept. Okay. And many people ridicule also, like whenever West do some discovery, then you people immediately claim that it is already written in Vedas. So why not you are the first to do the experiment, to conclude it and present in front of the world? Okay. So Vrikshayurveda is something that is still not discovered by the West in full-fledged manner. And it can actually solve the problem of malnutrition, food security, and all the issues that are coming out of chemical industrial agriculture. Okay. So we don't have to reinvent the wheel, like someone is doing biodynamic farming, homa farming, natural farming, Subhash Palekar's method of doing agriculture. Okay. Uh, Agriculture based on biochar, organic farming, vermicompost. So hundreds of techniques and methods are there. But if principles are not clear, okay, you will do dozens of things and you will not get results. Okay. You should have the understanding of algorithm or the principle or the laws of how things are going on. Okay. When I opened this text, the book first I got from Asian Agri History Foundation. Okay. Vrikshayurveda, Surpala Vrikshayurveda. And I got this slow. Even if you are not able to decipher it, what this slope means, I can simply show you few words, okay, out of this slope, like madhuk, that's mahua, mugd, that's green gram, till, sesame, okay, ushir, vetiver. And if you are not from agri-tech or if you don't have the understanding of basic botanical concepts, then uh, maybe these words are new to you. But the purpose of this shlok is telling how to rejuvenate a tree even after there is a lightning strike on that tree. Okay. So we can see this is not a kind of a primitive text. Okay. Whenever we go, means 1,000 years ago, and pick a text, our general perception is like it will be a kind of primitive, pre-scientific era, no usefulness for our today's problem. But we are not just managing the pest, but reviving a plant after the worst that can happen to a tree. Okay. And lotus is also used here. So it's a kind of a mixture, it's a diluted solution, a paste or a fumigation thing. So just to means kind of a crisis management for the tree and solving that issue. Okay. So, and actually this shlok is from Vishwa Vallabh Granth, written by Chakrapani Mishra, and he is from the Maharana Pratap Kal. Okay. Maharana Pratap. So this is the very recent text, like 300 plus years old only. So, but this is the text on Vrikshayurveda again. Okay. So the name of the text is Vishwavallabh, not the Vrikshayurveda, but the science, the domain is Vrikshayurveda only. Okay. There are many texts. Okay. This is the kind of a compilation of uh, which text to refer to study on Vrikshayurveda. Kashyap Krishi Shukti by Rishi Kashyap, Krishi Parashar, Maharshi Parashar, Vishwavallabh, already told you, the by Chakrapani Mishra, Upavan Vinod by Sarangadhar. And someone on Twitter means just crediting like Mughals gave us the concept of even gardens. Okay. So the immediate answer was like, yes, Asok Vatika is there, Panchavati is there, Chitrakoot is there. We already have the concept of gardens. It is not introduced by the Mughals, but the Upavan Vinod text is itself on gardens and Vrikshayurveda. Okay. So it is not like just mentioning of Ashok Vatika or Panchvati, but detailed text on growing the trees systematically and aesthetically aligning it with the principle of beauty and all the concepts of garden. Okay. And this is not the complete list itself. When I started the research on Vrikshayurveda, I focused on these texts only. Okay. But there are many texts on plant health care. Okay. But Vrikshayurveda and Vishwavallabh is kind of a complete text in itself because it started with concept of the Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, and it ended with devotion to Ma Lakshmi. Okay. So uh, now you can understand why I'm telling this text is not incomplete, complete. Okay. It is complete. It started with the concept of Purushartha and it ended with devotion to Ma Lakshmi. Okay. So it is not the part of text is available to us, but complete text is available to us. More than 350 Sanskrit Sukta Shloka is there. And we are able to decode, you can say only 15 to 20, like decode in the sense that experiments is ongoing. Pantanagar University is doing research. MSCs are being done on Vrikshayurveda. So not just the literal translation of Sanskrit Shukta, but actually implementing on the farm. Okay. And due to the issue of our today's concepts of subject that we focus on compartmentalization, specialization of a particular subject, and we sometimes miss the holistic picture. So when we listen the word Vriksha Ayurveda, it is actually dealing with subject of today like agriculture plus botany plus meteorology plus ecology and basic knowledge of Dravya Guna and Jyotish Shastra. Okay. And Jyotish Shastra means Ganitiya Jyotish. Jyotish is in two parts, Ganitiya Jyotish and Phalit Jyotish. So Ganitiya Jyotish is actually useful for our plant health care. Okay. Why they why this even mentioning Jyotish Shastra here? What is the typical problem of a farmer is when if when the correct time of growing a particular crop, let's say tomato, then many farmers will able to grow it easily. So there is huge supply in the market and prices fall down. Okay. So what farmers do, they try to either sow the tomato before the season or even after the season to get better market price. Off season cropping. Okay. And because they are doing off season farming, they get pest attack. Okay. So aligning with the temporal concept or aligning with the ecological timing, okay, seasons, nakshatra is actually beneficial for farmers in terms of production. Okay, it is easy to grow in a particular nakshatra, particular season. Okay, and they will face less pest attack. But due to the pressure of market, they decide to sow it on different month, different season. Okay. So now you can understand why Jyotish is there. Okay. So Vata Pitta Kapha. It is dosha in the terms of Ati Sarvatra Varjayet. Vata Pitta Kapha is a principle. It is not the dosha, but excess of Vata is Vata dosha, excess of Pitta is Pitta dosha, and excess of Kapha is Kapha dosha. So Vayu plus Akash Tattva is Vata, Tejas, Agni plus Jal Tattva is Pitta, and Kapha dosha is Apaspas plus Prithvi. So it is technically the five metaphysical elements that helps to define the whole cosmology and evolution of our universe. So Vata Pitta Kapha is also in Vastu Shastra. Okay. Technically in Vastu Shastra, they also see these parameters. So this is not specific to our body, specific to liver, kidney, or heart, but also the plants and also the animals. Okay. Now, this Vriksha Ayurveda is a kind of extension of Ayurveda, applied Ayurveda. If Ayurveda works in principle, then it will work for other problems too. Okay. How to define Vata, Pitta, and Kapha? Let me give you one example. Okay. So I can start from Kapha only. Like Kapha is Prithvi Tattva plus Jal Tattva. Okay. And you did over irrigation to your plant. Okay. Over irrigation. Water is more in excess. So Jal Tattva is excess. Okay. And that will induce the Kapha Tattva. Okay. So how to resolve that Kapha Tattva? You simply either put dry ashes that reduces the moisture, you are reducing the Jal Tattva, or you simply replace the soil with fresh soil. Okay. So then you solve the problem of Kapha dosha. Okay. So we are not using medicines here. If we can simply understand the root cause of the problem and providing solutions on the root cause only. Okay. And the symptoms of kapha dosha is premature fruit ripening, tasteless. Okay. Like guava. In market, you will find guava is most of the time tasteless. Okay. Actually, the bigger size guava. Okay. So this is the kapha dosha. So chemical farming is focusing on yield parameter. Okay. But Vrikshayurveda is also focusing on quality parameter. So if Vrikshayurveda is there, your export value of the product of the harvest, okay, aroma, size, taste, these all parameters will be there as per Vrikshayurveda. Okay. So it's like allopathy and Ayurveda. Okay. Not having appetite, you are not feeling hungry is a problem as per Ayurveda. Okay. But in allopathy, we go for symptoms. Means during crisis, we see the symptoms and then we treat it. But Ayurveda will say if you are not getting good sleep, if your appetite is not good enough, then you are again diseased. You are not healthy. Okay. So quality parameter is also there. Okay. So in terms of symptom, if flower and fruit drop is there, it is Vata dosha. Okay. Decay of flowers and fruit is there, it is Pitta dosha. Now let me connect Pitta with photosynthesis. Okay. You have put your pot away from sunlight. Okay. Some plants may grow, but most of the plants will not grow if there is not proper sunlight, proper thermal energy, proper photosynthesis. Okay. So Agni Tattva is missing. Okay. And Pitta is Agni Tattva plus Jal Tattva. Okay. So if photosynthesis is not good enough, okay, due to placement of your plant under the shade of a tree or under a shade, you will get the Pitta dosha. Okay. Now let me give you the Vata dosha concept. Okay. And in depth, these are not literally fire, water, substratum of a space, okay, or earth elements. Okay. In my book Rishi Intelligence, I have covered the concept of what is actually the Agni. Okay. Because in Veda, every word has a kind of a three layered meaning: Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik, and Adhyatmik. So Agni is not the gross fire that you see. Okay, Jatragni is always there inside your stomach. That is the actually that creates the digestion power in you. And literally, fire is not there. And even we casually say fire in the belly is required for entrepreneurship. So the fire is Agni Tattva is literally related to thermal energy kind of a thing. And Vata is not just Vayu or air, but related to dynamism and movement. So if nutrient is not there, means roots are not able to absorb proper nutrient. Like termites are attacking the roots, okay, puncturing the roots. Nematode attack is there. Proper root growth is not there. So if proper root growth is not there, the movement of nutrients will not be as per our desired criteria, and Vata dosha will be there. Okay, so proper movement, the network of xylem and phloem, it is related to Vata. Okay, so now you can understand the taxonomy in terms of means Vrikshayurveda. Okay, so what is the remedy? So the best thing is if we are able to characterize, classify a problem in terms of Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, we can literally see the Ayurveda for human health also, because that remedy is also not organ specific, but in the principle, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, Tridosh framework is there. So, like Triphala solves the digestion issue in us. Okay, Pitta remedy in plant is also can be cured by using the Triphala. Now, when we do the actual execution in the farm, we we go for means understanding the financial viability, economic feasibility, let's say. Okay, so due to medical health care, the prices of many of the herbs are rising. Okay, so it may not be feasible to use it on the farm. Okay, so that's a different concept. Okay, that scalability will not be there, farmers will not accept it. Okay, because profitability should be there. Okay, that's a different discussion. But from point of view of scientific understanding, or understanding the principles of the problem in itself, then you can literally see that using ghee, honey, trifla, milk, vidanga, rose water, you cure the pitta remedy. Okay. In kapha remedy, I already mentioned about remove the soil nearby the roots or put fresh soil mixed with ash. Okay. And Vata remedy is removed by Kunap Jala. Now, this is very famous fermented solution. When you search Vrikshayurveda or Kunap Jala on YouTube, you will get many of the videos. And many of the researchers are focusing on Kunap Jala itself. So, out of 300 shloka, 5 or 6 shloka is specifically on Kunap Jala. Okay, Kunapa means Durgandh, foul smell. Okay, smell coming out of dead. Okay, so in the text, even animal remnants are used for the plant health care. So similar to Ayurveda, herbs are one of the sources. Okay, second source is the mineral, and third source is animal remnants. Okay, uh, you can refer Charak Samhita, you can refer Susut Samhita. Okay, so what scientists did, they actually converted that actual Kunap Jala into herbal Kunap Jala so that uh, its scalability and the acceptability by the farmers will be in large number. Okay, so the actual research on Kunap Jala is more focused on herbal Kunap Jala. Okay, but by definition, Kunap uses animal remnants also. Okay, and this is the formula of herbal Kunap Jala. Okay, now, I was thinking about in India, many people use Amrit Jal, Sasya Gavve. Sanjeevani, Jivamrit, Panchagavya. Many formula are there. And I was thinking just what is the main source of these all mixtures? Because out of thin air means no one can means simply uh, wake up one day and decide that these are the mixtures that we should prepare for the farm. Either it is ingrained in our tradition, means people are farmers are using it for generations and not understanding the principle, but getting the results in the farm, so they are actually replicating it and doing it. Okay, so actually Kunap Jala is source of all those fermented solutions. Okay, and it is kind of a most advanced form of fermented solution. Why I'm saying fermented? Either you can prepare a solution by heating a solution, cooking, okay, so that chemical reactions are there, proper mixture is being formed. But waiting for 7 days, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, and letting the microbes do the work by supporting them using jaggery. We are actually natural farming in principle is again not natural because we are boosting the population growth of microbes by introducing jaggery kind of a thing. Okay. So still the definition of fertility as per natural farming and organic farming is the best definition is the density and diversity of the microbes in the soil defines the fertility of your soil. Okay. Density and diversity. Okay. And obviously the organic carbon. So in chemical farming, industrial farming, NPK is there, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. But in natural farming or organic farming, the parameter will be the number of microbes, their diversity, and their density. Okay. So the use of cow dung, actually, cow dung is coming from the intestine of cow, and it is a mother culture for us. Okay. Initial microbes. We are introducing microbes, so we are using cow dung. That's why fresh cow dung is used. Okay. Not the compost. Composting is different. It is means different principle in itself. Okay, because composting is like you are enriching carbon in the soil. Okay, but Punab Jala is like it's like completely microbial agriculture. So you are introducing fresh cattle dung. Cow urine is why cattle or cow urine is there. It is the cheapest organic solubilizer that is available to us. We are using 5-10 ingredients, and cattle urine, cow urine will actually help to dissolve the chemicals that is coming out of these natural ingredients, and it will help in preparing a good solution. Okay, cattle urine is there, cattle dung is there, jaggery is there, sprouted urad. In terms of protein, we can understand means something we are readily giving to the roots, although in principle it is not good because we should promote syntropic agriculture means uh, so what actually happens means in our common sense we forgot that photosynthesis is there on leaves and food is being prepared and roots are given the uh, output outcome. Okay, but our logical sense tells us like root is absorbing nutrient from the soil and giving to the plants. Okay, but it's a two-way process. Due to photosynthesis, roots are getting, let's say, glucose, and that attracts microbes in the soil, and microbes brings other essential nutrients for the plant to the roots, and roots are then absorbing those nutrients. Okay, so actually sun is the means pivotal here, core here. Sun is giving us the solar energy, and that is initiating photosynthesis. And due to that, due to use of carbon dioxide and all, the roots are provided with glucose. Okay, so when we readily give nutrients to the soil, roots then don't need microbes to survive. So actually, we are feeding the plant. Okay, and in a month, in a year, it becomes the pattern, and microbes will not be there because syntropic system is not there. Okay, and if microbes are not there, the cost of doing even organic farming will rise. Okay, because you are making it then market dependent. Okay, so even switching to organic farming, if you are using all the alternatives of, let's say, urea, DAP, okay, and you are literally feeding the roots, feeding the plants, then it will become dependent kind of thing. Then external inputs will always be required there. Okay, but in initial stages, when you don't have a fertile soil, you can literally make kunab jala and initiate the process. Okay, then fifth is obviously the oil cakes, and sixth is, and oil cakes, they have the proportions of NPK. They contain nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. They also hinders uh, insects, pest in the soil itself. Okay, they provide other essential nutrients also. Okay, sixth one is the boiled and cooled filtered rice husk water. So actually, silica, we are extracting silica that is beneficial for the root growth. So sixth one. Seventh is the buttermilk. Today we call it probiotic. So we are also introducing microbes through buttermilk, not just from fresh cattle dung or cow dung. Eighth one is the milk. Okay. And through Vrikshayurveda, many of the even industries are coming, like for seed treatment, milk powder concept is there. Okay. Use of milk powder for seed treatment. Okay. And it is one of the means, you have to do few things and you are getting good results, more results, then it will be accepted by the farmers. If you are telling them 10 solutions for the 10 problems, then they can't make all the solutions in the farm. Okay, so you should have a solution that can solve many of the problems at one go. Ninth is one of my favorite, because weeds are the problem for the farm, and actually weeds are very competitive, grasses are very competitive, and in bracket I must say, technically those are not weeds but Ayurvedic herbs, but we don't know the actual value of, we even don't recognize the particular herb. So it is weed for us, for agrarian system. Okay, but still they are very competitive. They compete with your main crop and reduces the yield, the productivity. So technically we are chopping it and putting back into the herbal kunab jala, and then back into the soil. So we are putting back the nutrients in the soil. Okay, okay, so weeds are also being decomposed in our fermented solution, and obviously 200-liter water container is required. You can literally see the video of making herbal kunab jala on YouTube. Okay, I have done two video on how to make herbal kunab jala. In the text, when I went to further chapters, then Sanskrit shloka related to hailstorm impact, recovery, out of season fruiting, seedless fruit, prolonged fruiting, flowering, recovering sweetness of fruit, and converting a tree into a creeper. Again, the dwarfing a plant. So in today's time, we immediately rush to genetic things, that if we modify the genes, then we can modify the characteristics. But in Vriksha Ayurveda, from natural ways, we can alter the characteristics. Okay. And in the few texts, there are also shlokas related to how to grow colored cotton. Okay, growing colored cotton means in the farm itself. So it will be a kind of a huge thing if people are able to decode the things. Actually, I already told you only 10, 20, 30 shlokas are there. That actual research lab to land approach or land approach is there. Okay, but not the all shlokas, because proportion of the mixtures are never mentioned in Ayurveda. It is always dependent on the Vaidya. If proportions are already mentioned, the amount or the constituents, then people will follow as a rule, and it will become one fits for all, and it will not give you the result. It's actually similar to Nadi Parikshan. If a Vaid is able to characterize or classify the problem or the situation of the ecology, and then suggesting a solution based on so and so particular proportions, then it will give results. Okay. One of the shloka is also related to Panchagavya. Literally, uh, few mention of the word Panchagavya, but the mixture of cow dung with curd, with ghee, with urine, with jaggery is there in Vrikshayurveda. Okay, so technically that becomes Panchagavya. Okay, and of course Agnihotra system improves the Vrikshayurvedic system. So why Agnihotra system? Okay, because mantra is related to Akash Tattva. Shabd is related to Akash Tattva. Okay, and Akash Tattva is not being utilized in any of the practices, not even in organic farming. Okay, so we have to strengthen, we have to balance the Pancha Tattva, not just Prithvi, Vayu, Agni, or Jal, but Akash Tattva also. So Agnihotra completes that system. Okay, so this was in short about my principles of Agro Ayurveda.